personal favorite way to do pull-ups is with gymnastic rings. My current setup in the office does, this isn't high enough to really hang gymnastic rings from, and for me to like not have to worry about like holding my feet up and trying to do it with weight, and the weight comes really low, it just bangs into the ground. That's really annoying. So I don't do it right now. I could probably set it up here, but I have this really annoying logo plate on the highest cross beam, so at some point I'd like to raise it up. Anyways, regardless, if you can, I highly recommend gymnastic rings. Because like it's easier to grip the rings, you usually have less grip issues. It also just allows for a lot more natural, just rotation through the elbows and the shoulders. I see a lot fewer, like, especially if you're hitting pull-ups and stuff like that really hard. I see a lot less issues with just like elbow and shoulder stuff on the ring when people do the ring version. But that being said, if you don't have it, I like to go neutral grip. Neutral grip bars just pointing straight out. Some of them have a little bit of an angle to them. I like to just go neutral grip, slightly outside shoulder width, or honestly the same width that you use for your shoulder press. So dead hang here, come up, hold for 2, down for 8, and I'll hold for 2 at the bottom, and then pull up again from there. And then if you're not strong enough to do pull-ups, then just use some kind of pull-down variation. Or you can always loop like a band and, onto like the top beam, use that for support. Something else I like to do also with people that, like I said, limited on equipment, whatever the case may be, gymnastics rings are honestly amazing for this. I don't have them set up right now, but basically you would set them up onto some overhead apparatus kind of deal, and then you're going to lower them down to, say, like shoulder to waist height normally. And what you'll do is, we'll pretend these are gymnastics rings that I'm hanging on right now. What you'll do is, you'll just kind of like sit into it here, and then you'll kind of like sit your feet under you like this, and then you'll just kind of like pull up. So here, and you're kind of just going to like lean forward and pull yourself forward into the weight. So you can get a pretty good training effect that way, to be honest. And then as you get stronger, what you end up doing is, so in the beginning, you're going to have your feet more like underneath you. You're going to pull yourself forward more. If this is real, I would set this lower. But anyways, I'll just do a separate video on how to set it up. But basically, the general premise of it is, as you get stronger, you're just going to put your feet out front of you more, and you're going to make this more of a vertical pull kind of deal. Whoops. For your pull-ups. So if you don't have like a pull-down machine and you can't do pull-ups, I would kind of progress them that way. I feel like that's generally has been better than just using band assistance. And it's easier for most people to set up. So yeah, anyways, that's your pull-up. Key thing to keep in mind with those is scapular movement. So come up, make sure you're allowing your shoulder blades to elevate at the top. The same thing for your shoulder presses. All these overhead type movements and a lot of your pressing and pulling movements, unless you're hitting like max weights, then it's a little bit different. We'll cover that in a separate video. But for just general development stuff, we want to allow the shoulder blades to reach forward. So you're pressing your shoulders up. We don't want to lock everything down here, keep the shoulder blades pinched together, and then try to press from that position. We want to allow the shoulder, so instead of being here, we want to reach here. So same for the pull-ups. We want to reach up and then pull our shoulders down. And that just gets the scapula moving, that trains all the serratus muscles, and that contributes a lot towards shoulder stability because we don't have all the motion occurring at this glenohumeral joint. We have the scapula kind of moving to help position that and provide some support, and then you're not asking so much mobility out of one specific joint, and it works as an integrated whole the way it's supposed to. So anyways, yeah, that's the pull-ups.